Good morning, students. This is your GK class and we are going to study chapter 6, and that is dog family. Okay, in the last class what we have studied about the cat family, different animals which belongs to the cat family, and right now we are going to study about the different animals which belongs to the dog family. Now see, I will show you. Wolves are the largest members of the dog family. And which wolf is the largest? Grey wolf is the largest wolf, is the largest member of the dog family. And you know, wolves are very loyal to their pack. They are team players. They work together. And wolves are legendary because of their spine-tingling howl. The sound which they make to communicate with their fellow wolves. Okay, and these are some types of wolf: white wolf, Arctic, common wolves. Now I am going to show you the picture of grey wolf. This is the picture of grey wolf, the largest member of dog family. Now next comes coyote. These are omnivorous animals. It eats both plant product also and the flesh of small animals like rabbits, rodents, frogs, deer, antelopes, lizard, birds, and even it eats the plants. And mostly coyotes hunts at night. And they run up to 40 mph kilometer per hour while chasing its prey. This is the picture of coyote. See, these are the dogs, only it is having a little bit big body from the dogs. Now here are jackals. It is medium-sized omnivorous mammals of the subtribe Canina, which also includes wolves and the domestic dog among the species. Now I am showing you the picture of jackals. See, this is the picture of jackal. Next, Arctic wolf. Arctic wolf are mostly found in the Arctic region. It is the only subspecies of the wolf that is not threatened. Arctic wolves are smaller than grey wolves. They also have smaller ears and shorter muzzles to retain body heat. As I have told that it is found in the polar region, Arctic region, that's why where there is full of snow. So its body is also made like that. I am showing you. See here, Arctic region is full of snow, and to survive in this type of place, the animals, whichever animals lives here, are having a little bit thick skin and furry body to keep its body heated from this snow. And here only they make their natural shelters. Now see, Arctic fox, just like Arctic wolves, Arctic fox are also found in the Arctic region where there is minus temperature, my dear. And where if there is minus temperature, the animals or whoever is living there needs a different type of body structure. So these animals which are living in Arctic region, they are having a thick skin, fatty from inside, filled with fur, which helps them to keep their body warm. Where there is minus, it goes minus 58 degree temperature. When here it is below 10 degree only, the school closes due to the chilled weather. We can't survive. We can survive, but our children can't survive. They start feeling sick. But they have to survive in minus degree. So their body is a little bit different from the body of the natural dogs, which are found here with us. This is the description of red foxes. They have long legs, pointed triangular black ears. See the ears. A pointed snout and a long bushy tail with a white tail tip. Like cats, the fox thick tail helps it balance, but it has other uses as well. And you know, when dog is very happy, it wags its tail. Now I am showing you the picture of the red fox. This is the picture of the red fox. You can see its ears, a little bit triangular in shape, bushy tail, so thick and bushy tail. A little bit structure differs from one type to another type of members in this family. Dingoes are carnivorous and eat other animals such as kangaroos, wall babies, walrus, rabbits, rodent, lizard, sheep, calves, poultry and carrion. It believed to have hunted several animal species to extinction. And what is the meaning of this extinction, my dear? Means the species of the animals which is finished from the earth. So they often hunt in packs. Means these dingoes moves in pack, they hunt, and they have hunted many animal species to extinction. Means we have already studied in science endangered animal and extinct animal. Endangered are the animals which are left very few in numbers, but extinct animals are the animals which are no more on the earth. Now see the body of the dingoes. They are having this a little bit bigger than the normal dogs. Now dhole. The dhole is a highly social animal, live in large clan without rigid dominance. It containing multiple breeding females. I am showing you the picture of this dhole. See here. This is the picture of dhole. Now we will turn to domestic dog. They are a popular pet because they are usually playful, friendly, loyal, listen to humans. And you know that human being first domesticated dogs only. Dogs are the first animal to be domesticated, and after that people started keeping it as a pet also. Now see the dog, and there are many breeds of these dog also which we keep as the pet or which are kept as in the farm also. Now here are some questions related to this chapter. Dash is the largest member of the dog family, and in the first slide only I have shown you the picture of grey wolf and the description also, because grey wolf is the largest member of the dog family. Wolves are dash to their pack. There are some good qualities in their wolves. They are loyal, they do teamwork, and wolves are loyal to their pack. And what is pack, my dear? Pack is the collective noun of wolves. A group of wolves is called pack. Okay? Wolves are loyal to their pack. They moves also in pack. Wolves teach us dash and dash. First of all, if they are loyal to the pack, definitely they will teach us loyalty. And as I have told you, they move in the pack, in the group, and they do teamwork. Dogs are dash animals. And we can write dogs are pet animals or domestic animals also. Dogs work together to dash a common goal and to achieve a common goal. They fix a common goal, whether their goal is to hunt only animals, but to do whatever they fix, they do together to achieve a common goal. A baby lion is called a cub. This lion is from cat family, and the baby of the lion or tiger, both, they are called cub. Now see again, a baby dog is called, and it is called a puppy. And my dear, dog is, the sense organs of dog is very sharp, whether it is hearing, smelling, watching. By the sound only it can catch, if it is familiar to your family, it can catch by the sound only who is coming, by the smell only who is there, and by this only they understand the strangers also and starts barking. That's why they are kept as a guard also. Dogs live in right now we used to make the house of the dog, that is called kennel or dog house also, and it is called dog house also. Now next, a baby sheep is called a lamb. Wait. And a baby deer is called a fawn. Now thank you dear for watching this video. Hope you all will like this video. You will do the work very nicely, because if you are not paying attention, not doing the work, my dear, our efforts doesn't works. Our effort works if you pay attention to these videos, watch these videos, solve all the questions. Thank you.